seen, and I couldn't believe that they were movies. So when Paul called me up, and we had by that time been talking about doing a real movie, his idea of directing consisted of telling us where he wanted to, what he wanted the action to be about, and where he wanted the story to go, and for us to improvise dialogue around what he had just told us. The scene that I did with Jackie and Candy Darling, Jerry Miller doing titty dances in front of me, trying to arouse me, and the Jackie Curtis that I had met for Flesh, really horribly looking, because they didn't look right dressed as a woman. They looked like a man dressed as a woman, and it was just not right. Not right. The storyline consisted of a guy waking up in the morning with his so-called wife and having to go out because his wife has a girlfriend who needs an abortion, and so he has to go out to get the money for the abortion. We called them underground movies, and they were underground movies because they were done without crews, they were done with non-actors, shot very quickly on 16 millimeter. The film had a big success. They had an audience. I mean, the success is if people show up and buy tickets. I was pretty amazed because I couldn't sit and watch them, but they did have an audience and people did come to see it. They thought of it, in the beginning, more like documentaries, live documentaries. I went with that. It used to piss Paul off because I heard them say it and I thought, yeah, that's what they are. They're documentaries, telling our real stories. And I thought, play it, and I don't know why. It used to make Paul crazy that I would, say that shit. And I remember in Italy, we were talking to these people about distribution there. They said, well, it doesn't make any sense for us to take this film because we don't have this kind of problem here. Nobody would relate. And I said, I thought prostitution was the oldest. I thought it came out of Rome and Italy. What are you telling me here? You mean there's no male prostitution here? And they just, no, nobody would understand that. Okay, okie dokie, sure. I always treated them very nice, Holly and Candy and Jackie, because it's hard enough, wanting to be an actor or an actress. What roles can these people do? They can only play a person in drag. Even as far as Candy was concerned, it still was a man. None of them ever appeared to me as being women. But for the moment that I had to be with them, why should I, pop their bubble? They were women for that moment.
But what do you think they're going to think when Women in Revolt come out? It's about women's liberation. And don't think Betty Friedan isn't going to catch a rush. She said, when Jackie Curtis becomes a household word, little girls in Indiana are going to be locked in the bathrooms, frizzing their hair, putting on lipstick, sticking glitter on their face, and ripping up their dresses and coming down the stairs, and the mother's going to go, get upstairs and come here and take off that red lipstick. Who do you think you are, Jackie Curtis?